a lot about it, that world out there. In fact, for better or worse, we've created most of it. But what a curious creature man is. For what he's learned down through the ages has concerned things other than himself. Oh, yes, of course, we have learned a good deal about the human, how it works.
We're ready and we're rolling, and this is take one.
Be human. Animals can cry. Be human. It's easy if you try. Don't go around with a heart of stone, or you'll be sorry and all alone.
Be human! Animals can cry! Be human! It's easy if you try. Don't go around with a heart of a stone.
The study of human behavior. Trying to find out why people act as they do.
What I do.
Other scientists study human emotions.
What I do. What I do.
An emotion itself can't be seen or measured.
Investigations that reveal more to us about ourselves, that begin to answer the question, what is a human being from a psychological point of view?
I see this chick, man. I see this chick, and I just flipped out.
And yet, the mind is the very thing that makes man unique. It accounts for all that is out there. And of course, what goes on in here, in this very private place that each of us has, determines how we function out there in the everyday world. But it's difficult to learn how the mind functions because what goes on in here is so abstract. Most of us recognize one thing up here isn't working quite right, and we express it in everyday conversation. For instance,
I do not share the interpersonal psychodynamics of your fantasy. So knock off this irrational behavior.
none of us has all the traits of rational thinking and behavior all of the time. There are many different degrees of mental health, just as there are physical health. For instance, do you ever have days when you feel like this?
Focus often shifts. Do you see a white vase on a black background? Now, as your attention shifts, do you see black profiles of two people facing each other?
All we have to do is use our heads, right? All right, let's try using our heads on this. Which rectangle is smaller? Tension and anxiety can distort our perception.
The music makers bring you one of our original tunes for your listening pleasure, Harpy's Bazaar.
We can't seem to reason things out, or we get frustrated.
What did they do?
I don't know, but I don't like them.
The conflict, we can't seem to find a solution. For example, what is considered normal in one segment of our society may seem quite peculiar in another. Conflicting demands are made on us. Change is so rapid that an answer that seems right one day may be wrong the next. threat of attack by saber-toothed tiger, to the threats of flood, drought, famine.
Things always change.
So being concerned with ourselves in the times in which we live is nothing new, nothing unusual. To be alive is to be subject to stress. So we all have anxieties and tensions. The tensions and anxieties we haven't chosen for ourselves, the ones that aren't pleasurable, that bug us the most. And we all have them, whether we're aware of it or not. Sometimes we think of this as being unique. Getting terribly concerned over insignificant trifles, becoming belligerent, moody, suspicious, mistrustful, or unwanted. These are only a few of the symptoms that tell us that our problems may no longer be just an upset or a disturbance, but an actual illness. When we lose someone we're close to.
Hey, how about you? Things looking up a little?
Don't ask for it. Some of us sometimes can't seem to bounce back, can't seem to recover our balance. We find that our lives have become an entire series of crises. Every one of us is, after all, only human.
Find out what's going on.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's time to get help.
I think the hardest thing is to face yourself and to face what you think is so horrible, all the things you've repressed all your life.
Lord, soon I will be done with the trouble of this world.
And when we get over those passing feelings, we can laugh at them, because we've all had them.
Now, all of you in the group, raise your right hands high.
Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down.
Were you startled?
The point is, when help is needed, help is usually available. And it makes a big difference in solving problems that might seem inside. Secret.
I feel a lot different. I feel like
is an easy one, far from a perfect one, and we all see it differently. But getting to know how we fit into it, getting to know oneself, that is the most important and exciting of all human adventures.
How many sides does a triangle have?
Damn, 4.